So this is how you can be satisfied with your life in 2025. I think a big misconception that we all have is that whenever we end up achieving this big goal that we have in our lives, whether that's in the music industry or any other field of life, we think that when we achieve this one thing, we're going to be happy, we're going to be satisfied, and it's going to be all sunshine and rainbows going forward. Well, I think that this is one of the biggest misconceptions, and I think if you have ever experienced achieving a goal in your life, you're going to realize that that high satisfies you for a short amount of time and then it wears off. Then you need the next challenge and you need to keep yourself going. And I think the big thing here is if you focus on the process and enjoying the journey of getting there and being satisfied in those moments of the journey, you're going to have satisfaction. Now, how can you do this? Well, I believe there's a few things involved. The first thing is deciding to create a process and deciding to stay consistent to it. Now, what does that involve? That involves a big thing, which is keeping your word to yourself. And I think this is the big thing that is going to create real satisfaction in your life. Of course, you should always keep your word to other people. When you say you're going to do something, you do it. And I know we all know experiences in our life and other people where we've said we're going to do something and we end up not following through. But I think you're going to find that the moments of the most satisfaction you have in your life are when you keep your word to yourself, especially when it comes to something challenging that you decide to do. So if you decide to commit to the process of, let's say, playing guitar for 15 minutes every day, or if you decide to commit to the process of writing some new lyrics on a regular basis and you stick to that, or if you say, hey, I'm going to go to the studio next week and I'm going to finish this song and I'm going to book 2 hours and finish the song in that 2 hours. If you stick to what you say you're going to do to yourself, you are going to find satisfaction, especially when it comes to the challenging decisions that we make in our lives. And if you commit to a process and a consistency that is required to get to a bigger goal, and you stick to that, and you stick to what you say you're going to do, you're going to find much more satisfaction in that than just an achieved goal when you get it. So, it's the new year. A lot of people are going to be hitting the gym now, and if you say you're going to hit the gym 3 times a week or 5 times a week or even once a week, and you skip a day because you're tired or something happened and you couldn't make it for whatever reason, and you make up whatever excuse it is that happens, you're going to feel less satisfied. But if you have a challenge in your life and you're still tired but you end up going, after that gym session, you're going to feel so satisfied with yourself. And if you do that on a regular basis, you're going to find that satisfaction and contentment that maybe you wouldn't have had if you didn't stick to what you said you were going to do. So, just to recap, I think a big thing is deciding on a process, deciding to stick to the process, and then actually doing what you say you're going to do. Sticking to your own word and keeping your word to yourself, I think is going to be key for people achieving a level of satisfaction in their lives that maybe you haven't had before. So I hope this helps. I hope that you have some big goals, but I also hope that you commit to a process of getting to your goals. And in order to achieve that goal, you're going to need to stick to your word and do the things you say you're going to do and actually get that stuff done. And that's what's going to create the satisfaction in your life. Whether you achieve that goal in the end or not, committing to the process and loving the journey along the way, you're going to learn something whether you achieve the goal or not. In fact, you might learn more even if you don't achieve the goal. But by sticking to your word through that process and being consistent to yourself, that is going to create the satisfaction that you're seeking. I hope that helps. Stay tuned for more content. If you like this video, if you like what I'm talking about, subscribe to this channel, share this with someone who you think might get some value from it, and stay tuned for more. Have a blessed day.